Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sportscars. Well, what we're going to do, as we do occasionally, is a little how-to guide. This week it's on this, a little TD04 Turbo actually. We use these quite a lot in our Mazda RX-5 chassis, etc. So we're doing a Mazda MX-5 1.8 little TD04 Turbo. We know they sort of kick somewhere around a sort of 250 horsepower. Anything from sort of 215 to sort of 250, 260 horsepower is kind of the range that maxes out for this little turbo, but they're awesome. But when they come to you out of the box, generally they're clocked in a different way that it fits our configuration, our engine. So in the Subaru it will come in differently, which is what they're generally for, and some Evos and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is show you some of the tools that you need and maybe how we clock it. Right, some of the tools that you need, they're a little bit specialist. Some of them you might not have them in the average toolbox. This you will definitely have, which is a little socket set with a 11mm socket on this. This will be for this little sort of V-band clamp that's on here. Second thing is you need these for the circlip that's in there. We've got a circlip that's behind here that holds it in, and there's two different styles that are needed sometimes depending on what you're doing, pulling it together or pushing it apart, etc. as well. Those you'll need. They've got two nice little sharp holes on here for getting into the C-clip. So first job though, we'll get into it, we'll unbolt the V-band. So you're going to take your little socket here at 11mm, you're going to undo this V-band clamp, and we'll speed that up. Right, we'll remove the clamp, we'll leave that there. My suggestion is put the nut back on loosely so you don't lose it. That's on there, and what we're trying to achieve here, guys, is basically your oil outlet is this one and your oil inlet is that one. Now when it's positioned on our car, this will mount this way facing forward. So if you're on your car, we're going to make the engine line up this way. You've got your manifold facing here and this turbo will clock that way. So what we need now is our oil feed in to be there, and we're going to clock that off now. It comes off with that, and we need our oil return at the bottom and this facing up. Now we've already clocked this one, it's done, but how you change that is it's stiff and it will not move, this housing will not move. And what you've got in here, just in there, is this little circlip, or big circlip should I say, that holds that in place. And what you have to do is basically put this together in here, pull these extremely tight together and pop it off. There we go, that's popped off, and we take that off, and now this allows this to then move to the position of your desire where you want to clock your outlet to. So now you can put the oil return that way round so that it faces downwards, or you can turn it completely, again 180 degrees, and put, there we go, we can put that to the top, which is your feed in, and your outlet to the bottom with it facing downwards. So whichever way you want to do it really. And then once you've positioned that in place, these are your water outlets here. These are blanked off on this side, so you've got your in and your out if you are water cooling the turbo. Some people do, some people don't. And then what you would then do is put this back on in place, clock it over like so, and do the complete opposite of what I've just done, which is to pull these together and pop that in position. It's tricky.
6.5 hours later.
Joseph, come here mate, my hand really hurts now, I can't do it.
Literally just need to push it on. It's smaller than the thing, just got to push it down.
That's it. Yeah. Right guys, you probably think that looks really easy, doesn't it? Well, yeah, it took two of us to put it in because that spring is actually quite high tension, isn't it, Joseph? But now that's in, using these ones and these ones, it was easy to clock in, and then you can basically put your housing back on in place. Being gentle when you're putting that over the top though, guys. You don't want to damage the impeller in any way, shape or form. So once that's in place, you can then set about putting in little V-band clamp. So you've clocked it, it's gone back in the position that you want it to be, spring's located, and you're going to tighten up the back housing back again. Now one thing I will say is make sure you've got a nice soft padded area, make sure it's nice and clean. You don't want to get the impeller dirty or damaged, and I have known of people unfortunately when they've dropped impellers off and have taken it out, you roll off the bench and things like that, and you don't want to be doing that because you're damaging your turbo. So yeah, once you've tightened that back up, that's it. You clock the turbo to the location that you want, the outlet the way you want it, etc. This is your out. It's got 2 bolts here and one larger for the drain for the turbo, and then at the top there is your inlet. And then once that's clocked to the location that you want. So that's it guys, that's how you sort of clock a TD04. That is real weld guys, it is that hard sometimes to get that little spring in. There's no point in showing you, oh look, it's that easy. It can be that tricky, and sometimes it might need 2 people to hold the turbo, 2 sets of hands to hold it in place to get it clocked, but maybe a longer set of pliers, pincers rather than these would be helping you as well with the leverage of force. Right, if you're watching this guys video as it's gone live, don't forget the last few hours remaining for the tickets for the Win the Sim. Lewis will do a great job and put a little link up there for you guys. Don't remember, got to be in it to win it. If you want to win a sim, £1.99 a ticket, the last few hours remaining. So that's it guys, that's how you clock a TD04 Turbo. That's it from MK Sportscars. Check us out next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you on the next video.